Hi everyone, it's Zoe and Jo here today, and we want to talk to you about the difference that coaching qualification or learning some coaching skills can make to your career. And we know that many of you who watch these videos aren't yet qualified coaches, but are sometimes thinking about whether it's something you want to do. So we thought we'd share a little bit maybe about our journeys and what we see in terms of the difference that coaching can make. So where would you start, Jo?
Well, coaching totally and utterly changed my career. Well, maybe not totally and utterly, but after a successful career in HR, worked my way up from HR assistant to HR director. It was when I brought a coach in and had some coaching myself. My eyes were opened, and I thought, wow, this is what I thought. This is the best of HR, and this is really what I'm passionate about. So I decided to train to be a coach. And spending time with other like-minded people just made me think, I just thought, I want more of this. So for me, coaching gave me options. It gave me connection. It gave me hope for the future. You know, that there are these people out there that are helping others to identify and realize their potential, overcome their kind of limiting beliefs. Sort of housekeeping, really, in terms of cleaning up stuff from the past that's no longer relevant or useful, and helping to provide people a clear pathway forwards. What
Yeah.
about you?
Well, definitely similar, because I had coaching myself and was like, oh, what's this? And started looking into it. And I think for me, what coaching does is it starts to show you all things that you don't yet know about yourself, about the world, about others. So I mean, stepping into your potential is quite a cliche statement, but it's absolutely true when it comes to coaching. Because I think when I was in my career, HR as well, as you know, I was always doing well. Like from school, I always did well in school, and then I did well in my career, and I was climbing the ladder. But it wasn't until I actually trained to be a coach where I really started to challenge myself and take risks and step beyond that comfort zone and know that those feelings of uncertainty and ambiguity and nervousness and all of that, which I'd often put down to being shy or less confident, it was normal. I was like, oh, right. So everyone experiences this then. Okay, well, let's just push through it and get to the other side. So coaching for me was about me really using all of the skills and talents that I had to reach into more of my potential and know that that's limitless. Like, because I feel I'm still doing that today, like we've been doing this business now for 10 years, haven't we? But every single day I can reach in a little bit more and push myself a little bit further. And I think if I hadn't discovered coaching, there's no way I would challenge myself to the extent that I do today. So there's that on a personal level. And then I think from a professional level, coaching for me is the most rewarding career. And I think even if you don't go all in and set yourself up as a coach, to blend it into your role, to be able to help others to, as do what we've done in terms of stepping into potential and overcoming limiting beliefs, as you said. And really, I think it's just about helping people with their inner confidence, a sense of inner peace, to work through difficult emotions or circumstances that everybody, feels challenged with in life. It's just hugely rewarding, whether you're doing that as part of an internal role or if you go full in and step up as an independent coach. So, yeah.
I think coaching can take away shame, can dissolve it. I think, that fear, as you said, of like, am I different? Is it only me? Am I normal? Lots of people carry that deep, deep down, and if you're working in an organization where there perhaps isn't an ideal values alignment between you, and the organization, I think people can personalize things a lot, and coaching can really help to depersonalize it. But at the same time, also, it just enables you to take control of your life, your future. And, you can work with a coach to plan your career. You can role play it, challenging conversations that you're perhaps nervous about. So it really helps to boost confidence, gives clarity. And I think if you train to be a coach, you're probably somebody who people have been coming to anyway naturally, because you've probably got a natural warmth, are a good listener, but you've maybe got some self-doubt around, I don't know, am I really helping here? Is this really my role? You know, all those kind of things. And when you train, it takes that away, so you can really step into the enjoyment of it, which is really, really liberating. And from a professional perspective, you could be part of changing the culture in your organization. And, you know, what does that mean? Well, to me, that means it's about creating a positive legacy in the world. It's about filling the emotions gap that exists in many organizations where there is a vacuum. You've got people who, you know, or cultures where we're like, do, and don't really think about the thoughts or necessarily even the emotions around things. And there's a lot of wisdom in that. And then you've got organizations which spend so much time thinking, they never really get paralyzed by it. And so being able to help people to fluidly navigate between the thinking, the feeling, and the doing, and if that's not helpful, be able to find, you know, an alternative, you know, choose something different. I think it can make a huge difference at an individual, team, and an organizational level, and ideally then also contributing in a positive way to wider society.
Yeah, I think the only other thing I'd add, and I know we've covered a huge amount of ground already in a short space of time, would be about relationships, because learning to be a coach and gaining coaching skills myself really helped me to get more connection from the relationships that I had. So I always had a bit of a be strong mentality, you know, don't show emotion, don't show weakness. And what I didn't know is that kept me a little bit at arm's length from many of the people that I had relationships with, because if you can't show emotion, it's very hard for people to connect on that level. And I think that was just my journey, but I know all of those people who come through our coaching training programs or who experience coaching, they learn how much more there is to get from their relationships, because it not only helps you to connect more, it also helps you to navigate more. Like, I can let a lot of stuff go because I know that most people come to relationships with positive intent. Because if somebody cares for you, or they're your friend, or they're somebody who loves you, nobody's going to set out to make you feel bad. So when you're in those spats of, you know, everyone's stressed and everyone's rushed and you kind of saying things like, it's easy to get sucked into a vortex of arguments and conflict, and that obviously can spiral and fester. Whereas I think when you come to coaching, you sort of can see through the behavior and see what's actually going on, and just helps you to reach people at a much deeper level. And it's so much easier to navigate through life and some of the complexity that can bring. So that's been a huge benefit for me as well.
Yeah. So I guess ultimately the difference it can make to your career is whatever difference you want it to make.
Mm. Yeah. That's it in a nutshell.
And, you know, so, you know, people don't always, as you say, know what they want to do as a result of investing in their coaching development. It's usually, you know, it's dual. So it's, I want to do some work on myself. And also I want to be able to help others more, those around me. And ultimately that's what life's about.
So hopefully, we've given you a little bit of a taster of what you can get if you were to gain some coaching skills. And if you are interested, come and check out our website, www.igcompany.co.uk, where we have all of the information about the available coaching qualifications that we've got to offer. Thanks very much for listening.